I was supposed to ride this morning and I've ended up just watching the Junior World Championships all morning. It's always good watching junior racing because it's like so wide open. The racing is so aggressive. I am still going to go riding this morning, but I'll probably just watch to the end of the race now. There's 42k to go. So that's what I'm going to do. But welcome back to the vlog. Welcome to Saturday morning. Junior World Championships are done. Great race, really exciting race to watch. Though I'm not too sure about the victory celebration salute by the Danish rider.
Wilson is the world champion. He's completely on his own.
But on the other hand, he has just won the World Championships. He's the Junior World Champion, so I guess he can do what he wants. But anyway, I'm just putting my kit on now, repping Void today. Gonna take the winter bike out for a spin. Hopefully everything's working pretty bang on and we don't have to make too many changes. And it's dry today. I'm not riding with any, or I didn't put any bar tape on yesterday. The reason is because I'm pretty fussy and I'm pretty particular about my measurements, the angles that components are set at. For example, my saddle and my levers. So I've left the bar tape off. I've also brought out a couple of Allen keys with me. And as I'm riding along today, I can find my optimal position, and when I get home, I'll put some bar tape on once the position is set. Just raising the saddle up a little bit. Last year I ran a much lower saddle height. And then I got a bike fit and they put it up quite a lot. You know what? I should have just taken a tape measure off my old bike. And also the left lever, I think, needs raising a little bit. But that should do it. I've stopped now 3 times in total to adjust the saddle height. I think I've got it this time. I think it's about bang on to where my race frame was. So it's kind of nice, but it's also not nice switching from the race bike onto the winter bike. For a start, the winter bikes are always a lot more heavier, therefore a lot slower. However, the position is a lot more relaxed. It's less aggressive. But anyway, I'm just rolling around for about an hour today. I'm heading over towards Parbold Hill now, which has proven to be quite a struggle. I'm suffering quite a lot physically from yesterday's 5k, or the sub 20-minute 5k. My body's not used to that kind of running, and my legs are sore. Turns out my legs are always sore. Sick. Always getting stopped by trains. Been rolling around now for about 45 minutes. I think the position is bang on. Maybe I need to put the saddle up like 1 or 2 more mil, but nothing major. The bike feels comfortable, and just look how empty the roads are. I say this all the time, but I absolutely love riding on the weekend. So much more than riding during the week. Everyone's more chill. There's hardly any cars on the road, except from that one. However, there is one thing which has kind of ruined my day. I'm gonna ride home now and then I will explain the situation. A question I get asked quite often. It's by far from the most asked question, but it's certainly a question that's asked a lot, and that is, should I buy a power meter or a new pair of wheels? Should I buy a power meter and a new bike? Should I buy a power meter or put food on the... No, I'm kidding. But now, in 2017, power meters are that accessible. So many more people are buying them, and a lot of people are saying, you know, should I buy them? Should I make the investment and buy one? And my advice, now, I'm not sponsored by a power meter company, so I can say whatever I want. But my advice to people that ask that question is, if you are racing, if you are a competitive cyclist, if you are being coached by someone, then yes, buy a power meter. But if you are a recreational rider that doesn't do anything more than your weekly club run, if you don't do any sportifs, if you don't do any racing, if you don't do anything, you know, half competitive, then I would say buy a new bike, buy a new pair of wheels. You would get much more benefit than owning a power meter. Anyway, I digress. I am a competitive cyclist, so therefore I have a power meter. I train to power pretty much every day. It's like my staple to riding. It's what I train to, it's what I pace from. My cycling training revolves around this power meter that's on my bike. So when the power meter stops working, it's a little bit of a problem. Now, long-time followers of the vlog will know that I have had repeated and multiple problems with this said Shimano Dura-Ace SRM power meter. I've sent it off to Germany to SRM God knows how many times, maybe 4, even 5 times now, and it's the same exact problem every time. A couple of days before, I will get some dropouts whilst riding along, and then suddenly the next day the power meter will be completely dead. And it's happened again. SRM, guys, you've created an incredible product when it works, but mine's not working and it's so frustrating. Now, I'm not having a dig here at SRM. I think SRMs are great. They're built in Germany, which is renowned for their engineering trade, and I to this day think I've just got a dud unit. But I mean, it's 2017, you can spend £2,500 on a power meter, on an SRM power meter, and you just expect it to work. Like, now you can buy the latest Stages power meters for £500 or £600, which is a fraction of the price of SRMs. So I don't know whether I need to buy a different branded power meter. I doubt SRM would change this for a new one. They'd just fix it again, but I know in the coming months, especially, I'd be abroad training somewhere again like I was this year, and it would just stop working, and then I will be without a power meter, and that just can't happen. Rant over, sorry about that. Yeah, so now that I've got the bars in the right position and the levers in the right position, so I now can pretty much do any form of bike mechanics, obviously on a bike. But the one thing I still get nervous about doing is putting on bar tape. It's just so hard to do well. We'll give it a shot though. One side is done, and it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Alright, you know, whilst it's dry, I think we should have a quick sesh on the trampoline. That's all I've got today. Legs are still pretty sore this evening after running yesterday, so I'm gonna go walk the dog, but instead of having to walk the dog, which will just make my legs hurt even more, I'm gonna go and walk them, but with the bike. We're starting to lose the light. It's a little bit cloudy tonight, so it's going darker, lighter. So it's going darker sooner. I should obviously say, if you're ever riding a bike, you always should wear a helmet, but I'm just cruising down a canal path, which is like soft grass either side. I'm going slow, and also on that side, what is that? Oh, it's a stick. I thought it was like a dead fish or something. Yeah, as I was saying, over there is the canal. If I fall into there, then a helmet's not going to do anything anyway. But any other circumstance, you should always wear a helmet. Now, I don't ride the mountain bike that often. If you follow the vlog, you'll know that I don't ride my mountain bike that often. But I'm sort of toying with the idea of this winter, I want to do some like epic mountain bike rides. For example, I want to go over to Wales and ride up Snowdon. If you think that would be a cool idea, let me know down below. Or if you've got any other suggestions or any other places, any like cool places that I could drive to with some friends and ride, let me know also, because I'm keen to do some mountain biking this winter. How tired are you, Lexi? How tired? On a scale of 1 to 10, how tired are you? About a 5. You're very, very close, Lexi, to my front wheel. Made it back to the car just in time. Alright, I'm back home now, and literally as I get back, it's just pitch black outside. Winter is definitely on its way, but it's not all bad because that means I go to Mallorca soon. I'm heading off to Mallorca in like a week, just over a week. And the plan is when I go to Mallorca, I'm not really going to be doing any specific training. I'm literally just gonna be riding my bike every day. It's just gonna be a case of doing whatever I want to do and however I'm feeling on that particular day, which I'm really looking forward to, because always in the past, whenever I've gone abroad on my bike, it's always been to train. It's always been to do some specific training. It's never just been purely for the enjoyment of riding my bike and, you know, going for a spin to the cafe. So I'm really looking forward to that. But that's next week, and I'm just thinking ahead of time. There's still a week left in the UK. But guys, that's going to be the end of today's video. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I would really appreciate a thumbs up. And as always, I'll see you tomorrow at 5 PM.